As it turns out, this week we are with the Arcturian Council of Light. And just a few instructions before we begin. Remember that as I share and show the color images, number one, Spirit Team has selected each one of these. There are 7. They have also selected the sequence that they go in. And so I strongly recommend that as you listen to the message, you tune in with your breath, your breathing, let yourself come into your center, your core. And then as you lightly watch the color is about being able to wash your chakras with those colors, and then also work with the contour, the shapes, with your eyes, with the images as an EMDR kind of release. So that when you're done by the end of this meditation, you've got your own personal woo-saw going on, as well as some of your own illumination. And at the end of this, I will have an image available for you in the Shopify, as well as a meditation program piece available for you in the Shopify if you do want to continue. All right, so let's go ahead and begin with this channel meditation from the Arcturian Council of Light. Woo, there is a lot of light coming in. There's a lot of energy coming in, so just make sure you are breathing in and breathing out, and breathing in and breathing out, and letting yourself center into your core. All right, so what I'm first hearing is we are the Arcturian Light Council coming to you today with Dana. And we want to begin the message with this knowledge, this acknowledgement of, yes, there is a great deal of confusion on the planet. And yes, with that confusion, there is a great deal of unsurety and insecurity that goes with it. And the Arcturian Light Council, they're saying, we are very aware of how you are feeling in your core and underneath the layers, and what you are trying to do, what you are working with, is just continuing on, paving over, trying to make sure everything's okay, without actually acknowledging that core feeling of unsurety or insecurity that comes from the confusion that is happening on your planet around you right now. And they're saying, we acknowledge and understand that this creates a feeling of shaking or quakiness, or that unsurety in your core. And we want you to know that is a normal feeling to be having, to be able to acknowledge that, to acknowledge unsurety or insecurity in the middle of the confusion. That is a healthy thing to do, and the things that you're feeling are very normal at this time. And so to ignore them, to ignore those feelings, is actually to take away your power of choice of how you want to be with yourself and work with yourself in acknowledging you feeling those things. Feeling that sense of confusion, feeling that sense of insecurity, feeling that unsurety. That's a healthy thing to do. When you arrive at that place of being able to acknowledge that and honor that, and hold your vessel, hold the vessel of who you are, feeling those things, it's from there that you can begin to breathe in, out, and begin to go, yes, I may be feeling those things, and I have a choice of how I want to respond to this. And so the Arcturian Light Council is saying and showing that, the old way is to ignore that feeling and to pave over it and soldier on. And they're saying that's not necessarily going to work anymore. And the healthier choice is to acknowledge that sensation. And once you acknowledge that sensation, you're able to hold the vessel of who you are and be present with that, and then begin to go, okay, hey, I may be feeling that, and I can hold my presence with that. I can love on myself with that. I can be in space with that. And then from this space, I can begin to say, what kind of emotional choices do I have here? And then begin to take a look at the choice of your emotional options from there. This is where they're saying, this is you being at a new level of commitment with yourself. A new level of commitment with yourself that has to do with recognizing how you're feeling, honoring how you're feeling in that vessel, and then being able to go, okay, even though I'm feeling this is not the full range of choice of emotions or psychology that I can work with. I can be present with this and then begin to say, what kind of emotional choices do I have? What kind of behavioral choices do I have? And how can I be present with this in a healthy way and be able to function with it? The Arcturian Council of Light is saying, if you go deeper, and if you take these steps, you will begin to find that you have a higher level of commitment, a deeper level of commitment, a more powerful level of commitment, of presence with yourself, which then is self-love. It's not experiencing these uncomfortable emotions and sweeping them under the rug. It's being able to be present with and go, there it is, there you are. And how would I like to be in choice, emotional choice and emotional discernment with this? And the Arcturian Council of Light is saying, this is your power as a human being. You are not helpless to insecurity. You are not a victim to unsurety. You are not underneath the confusion. You're actually present with yourself in it, so that you can begin to make healthier choices as to the emotional choices that you want to make, holding presence with that, and behavioral choices of holding presence with that. And ultimately, the Arcturian Light Council is saying, this is your health, this is your self-love, this is you up-leveling into a whole other space of connectivity, of being with who you are at any given moment in this space. They're also saying this is your creativity. Creating those choices and seeing those choices and being who you are in that space. Then they are making a nod to the colors that you are seeing, because you are primarily seeing purples and oranges. And they want you to know that there was a very profound, a very distinct choice in the colors today with this message, in that orange is second chakra, and it is creativity, and it is choice, and it is about being creative with choice. And that paired with purple, which is an indigo, which is third eye, which is about insight and being able to see through and being able to see beyond and being able to be in the more encompassing space of insight, which is forest for the trees kind of space. This is where they'd like you to know, where you pair that second chakra creativity with third eye, crown chakra, higher vibrational insight. This is where you begin to create choice for yourself. So the Arcturian Council of Light has very creatively selected these colors and these images to joggle you loose a little bit and let you know, you might be feeling insecure in the confusion, but remember, you're a creative soul, and you have choices here, and there's insight going on. Even though there might be insecurity and confusion, there's insight going on in this space, and it's okay for you to see insight, even in the confusion, so that you may be able to choose better emotions and better behaviors for yourself, even though you might feel some unsurety and feel some insecurity in this space. They're like, you still have an upper hand of creative choice and creative insight and pairing those to see what you can come up with. And they are saying, like, for some of you, they do want to say, not all is lost. Not all is lost. The cliche thing of one door shuts, another one opens. Sometimes the hallway is a little bit long, but it is coming together. And your job is to stay present with yourself and love on yourself, no matter what is going on in the outside world. So they want to leave all of that here with you today and let you know that each and every one of you is a very beautiful soul on the planet at this time, doing amazing things on the planet at this time, and let you know that you are doing better than you know. So I'm going to tone a little bit. We're going to close this out a little bit. Giving deep gratitude for their presence here and the message here. And if you want to continue along with this work to take more steps, the selected image that I'm showing you, Spirit Team wanted me to put this in my Shopify. It's an inexpensive print that you can pick up and put in your wallet just to kind of have a reminder of the messaging today, just to kind of spring load you into a better, higher space. Then there's also the Money Color Therapy recording workshop that you can pick up and do if that interests you. All right, so thank you for being here with me today. I would love to hear your comments about your experiences in the comment section. And to close it out, that's what I've got for you for now. Thank you for being here. Make sure you keep walking forward to meet those miracles along the way. And I will see you in my next video.